All right, now that postal service has resumed, I'm going to be installing these blinker genies so my signal lights can work as they should. In case you guys have been wondering why I had the light zip tied on the bar there, because it's a 3-wire and I needed the blinker genie so it would work as a full-time on light plus flash. So now doing my test, that one should be signal only. And no, failed on that. So in order that to work as a signal light only, I had to take that brown wire to ground and then the yellow and black to the flasher wire. So I just got everything dry fitted now before I test it. Because you know, when I jumped again, signal lights first. Signal lights there, but no signal lights there. What the heck? Everything's wired in, right? Oh wait, I don't think that comes on until the lights are on. That's right. There we go. Yeah, it's right. Because that's the marker light. Tomcats, you decided you're gonna cuddle? Is that what you're going to do? No, I know when you're content and happy when you drool. And I see you drooling, Tomcats. I know, look at you. I know. So I'm just using my measuring stick that I used a while ago to measure my marks for how long the drive shaft is. Because it's time to get the front drive shaft shortened. If I go center to center, I'm out like 1 inch. 1 inch. Actually, come to think about it, I may be okay. I'll take my measurements down to the driveline place and I'll see what they say, but I think I might be good. It's supposed to piss rain today, but it's not too bad. Time to go drop that drive shaft off, see how much it's going to cost to do the repair or what I need to get done, and then also need to renew my driver's license. After 20-some years, I am not going to renew my Class 1 license. I haven't driven in over a decade really, besides maybe doing short trips in oil and gas, taking clients' units to the dealership and that. It's just not really worth it. Not really worth it. I mean, people want you to drive their shit, but it's not maintained and they don't want to do it. But if you get stopped, it's all your fault. So fuck it. Getting rid of the Class 1. It's not worth it anymore. You're not gonna see, but oh yeah, there's a good shot. That centering ball is all broken up. Hope that pin isn't ruined. Did I ever tell you? Feels great to drive the Jeep again. More bread lines. So I guess I have up to 3 years in case I change my mind and I want my Class 1 back. I just get a driver's medical and go in and get it. However, like I said, I haven't driven in a long time, and I gotta, if like with the Class 1 right now, I gotta renew it every 2 years, and just an added expense for something I don't plan on using ever again. Just dropped the driveline off. It's gonna have to be shortened a little bit and be completely rebuilt. Pick up in a couple days. I really don't want to do this, but I might have to get the rear drive shaft done too. Works okay for driving around, but if I'm gonna go wheeling, most likely not. So I'm gonna drop the drive shaft again, and then gonna see how much place in that slip yoke. So you can see right there, I got the Terraflex SYE installed, and that rear output seal is starting to leak. I gotta see where I can purchase a new seal. But here's with the slip yoke. I mean, driving around it might be okay, but I'm gonna drop it and see. Again, for a mental note, how much length is actually left in there. Pro tip, anytime you're about to drop the drive shaft, especially the rear one, make sure your wheels are chalked, or even the emergency brake on, so you don't kill yourself. By the very edge, I mean, it doesn't want to come out now. There we go. Means I split. Yeah, I think maybe I was just panicking. I mean, if my line is right there, there's still lots of room to maneuver. I mean, you can never be too sure. The last thing you want to do is be out on the trail somewhere and have your drive shaft drop out, because that would suck. That would suck.
I know tomcats heat up, then you can go outside. I always put a little bit of water in with your wet food to make sure you get enough moisture. Helps prevent kidney disease in kitties because they don't like to drink water.
What do you see and smell? Are you gonna chill outside for like a half hour, 45 minutes? How long do you think you'll want to be outside today? And just sniffing the fresh air. Hey? Well, it looks like my park assist light is on. That one there is kind of corroded, so I might put my bet on that one there, because the rest of them don't look too bad. So just brought the scanner out to see what that code could be. Interesting enough, the weather has been raining the past little while, and I do believe that the Ford has a problem with the rear window leaking down on the body module. I think I remember reading that once. So I'm gonna go into PAM and we're gonna read and see what the issue is. There you have it. Rear outer right sensor fault, which is the one that I pointed out that was corroded. Which is good, because I got one of these cheap sensors left. I installed one of these cheap sensors years ago and it's still working. So I'm just looking at some old video footage right now, trying to give me some insight. But it looks like that's where it drains out of. And that's exactly where it was. Tomcats! Tomcats, buddy, what are you doing? There's only 2 episodes left of Waco. Are we going to see some action? Are we? And were you alive when Waco went down, Tomcats? Were you? That'd make you the oldest kitty in the world. You're not that old. So I'm just ready to put this drive shaft back in. Everything is lubricated. And I picked up this kit. Jesus, probably well over a decade ago. Can't remember where I got it from, but I picked it up really cheap. And this kit has virtually almost adapter that you're going to need to grease anything. 2 U-joints, centering ball, drive shaft slip yoke. That U-joint is all lubed up. Now let's get this back installed. Yeah, and then this happens. Time to shut her down. That's like $100 worth of Loctite on the ground. Oh, I know you're supposed to use red, but I use blue because I like to take stuff apart afterwards. So this is a Terraflex SYE. I did track down the seal for that. I should have the seal sometime next week, and I'll have to replace that because you can see, hopefully in the camera, it's been puking out. I did not change that when I first rebuilt it because I don't know why I didn't bother looking for a seal number, because this is a special seal that's not included with the kit. But now I'm going to remeasure that because it was 7.5 inches from there to the end. So I was worried how much slip yoke I would have. So at the end of the tape measure, good, I'm about 3.5 inches inside. There's still right up to the end of there. There is lots of slip yoke. No concern there whatsoever. Sometimes I overthink things, but now that I've double checked this, I no longer have to worry about it. And it should definitely work with the 8.8. If anything, with the 8.8, it'll bring it forwards a little bit. So, good stuff. So now I'm going to quickly... Actually, I might not even have to do all that. If I want to smoke the fuel tank, I'll probably just stick the hose in there. I might be opening up a can of worms by doing this, because this is a water-based solution. A little bit of water in the... Well, I'm not saying water's going to get in there, but small traces amount. Right, I got some smoke. Let's see what friggin' happens. Need to somehow block that off. I'm not saying tape will work, but it will be better than nothing, that's for sure. All right, see what happens again. Well, I just smoked the crap out of the engine, or the gas tank. If there's a leak, I should see some smoke. Funny thing is, no smoke. No smoke. You think I would be seeing some smoke? Does anybody remember what these red pucks are? Got them a few years ago. They're a fire suppression type unit. So basically this cord is like a fuse. Once it melts, kind of creates a reaction, and then out of those pucks stuff starts spewing out. Just got it hooked up, ran the fuse along the hood where I feel it would target areas if a fire was ever going to happen. Now this was a brilliant design. Some company came up with this a few years ago, and on my other channel I did a review on it, and they sent out a lot to like people to use. They only sent me one set, so I didn't set it on fire, but this is like called the Auto Fireman or something. There are videos online that people have actually set that cord off, and you could see it work. But it went through the whole Kickstarter phase, and then they produced them during Kickstarter, and then that was it. They never actually did produce them for like real, which is kind of a shame. I think that this idea is brilliant. I'm still planning on building my own fire suppression system in the future. It's just not going to happen right now. Well, I got the garage door open. I might as well look at popping that out too. In case if you ever want to know how to remove those, there's two little tabs on the inside. You just kind of like move them with your finger, like try to force them open a little bit. Then another hand on this side to push it through. There we are, brand new. Let's test it out now. So far, light staying off. Let's back up. Yeah, I think it's safe to say it works. Easy fix. Truck is fixed. Auto fireman's in. Gonna go to the Jeep meet tonight. I need to find the front U-bolt or U-joint bolts for the drive shaft. I think they're in this box. Well, they're not in there. I remember putting them somewhere where I knew I would find them. I knew they were floating around in this box for like the longest time. They're no longer in there. I found them. They're in a box, not the box I thought they were. It was in the TMR Customs box. All my parts are found. I think I tackled everything I need to tackle. There's a Jeep meet tonight. Gonna go check out that. So this is Fedora's LJ. This thing is an absolute beast. We got this Russian radiator mount right there. It's fucking awesome. Oh, look at this sway bar. This thing means business. Yes, the Tupperware. Do you have any on this one, Fedora? Dual lockers though. Dual aux lockers. That's badass. So I just got home from the Jeep meet, and somehow when I was wiring up that gauge and doing the switch, that I disconnected the power to the lights there. I gotta fix that. Time to shut her down with some chocolate stout by Yukon Brewing. This is good stuff, actually. All right, motherfucking beer time. Am I looking homeless enough yet? Cheers, everybody. 5.8% alcohol. So now, tomorrow's Friday. I don't think Metal Supermarket is open on the weekend, which means I'm going to need to figure out what I need to do to build my tailgate slide out for my cooler. Pick up metal this weekend and piss around on it. Not sure how exactly I'm going to do it yet. I got to figure that out. I do know I want to build it out of aluminum, and aluminum is not cheap. I got my spool gun on the shelf. I still got some gas in that bottle, which once it runs out, I'm going to have to get the bottle safety and certified again, because I want to start doing some TIG welding again, but I want to buy a pedal for my welder. Why am I telling you all this shit? Anyways, I need to get this stuff so I can start fabricating, because the inside shelf, I want to try to build that out of aluminum as well. I don't want everything to be, how should I put it, steel. I don't want to add so much weight. Aluminum is lighter, but a lot more expensive. If you're picking up what I'm laying down. Anyways, I'm going to get going. I'll see you guys in the next video when I figure this shit out.